So much has already been said about 2001: A Space Odyssey, Stanley Kubrick's offering to us as one of the best films of all time. So what else is there to say? Well, I have a question. What's the point of Chapter 2, Mission to the Moon? The beauty of 2001 is that it isn't a simple story about the dangers of artificial intelligence. It's not about the dangers of space travel or the wonder of the universe. It's not even about anything specific. 2001 is about everything, and it barely needs dialogue to tell us anything at all. 2001 is a metaphysical masterpiece. But how does Kubrick do this? How do three seemingly unrelated chapters add up to the seminal filmic experience of any cinephile's life? Chapters 1 and 2, The Dawn of Man and Mission to the Moon, don't even need to be part of the story, technically, as the only thing the general public tends to recall anyway is HAL 9000 and Dave's epic battle for mental supremacy and control of Jupiter mission. But without these two introductory chapters, these two slow-burning, quiet, and contemplative opening chapters, the film would be just another, the first of its kind, but really no different from any other film with a simple plot and something to say. No, Jupiter Mission alone, sans chapters 1 and 2 with its avant-garde ending in the human zoo, would still be considered a great film. But it would be missing that magic, that something special that only Stanley Kubrick would have the gall or the audacity to film and showcase. So what's the point of The Dawn of Man and Mission to the Moon? Well, there are probably hundreds of other videos going over the meaning of the monolith. It's aliens, it's God, it's something else entirely. To me, this is of no consequence, as the point is the mystery. When the apes first wake to find the monolith looming over them, they are perplexed, slowly making their way to it, being drawn to it, called to it. They place their fingers on it, feeling its power, its perfection. This moment is then placed next to a sequence in which the apes discover the first tool, realizing they can break bones to more easily kill, and soon consume mass quantities of meat. And not shortly after, commit the original sin, murder. Truly the dawn of man. But I'm not going to go over that. Instead, I want to link the apes and their contact with the monolith to Dr. Heywood Floyd and his compatriots on their mission to the moon. As the ape throws his murder weapon into the air, we too enter the atmosphere and leave the Earth. After a long sequence showing us space flight, zero gravity, and the ballet it takes to accomplish even the simplest of tasks while in space, we continue our journey off Earth and to a Hilton space station, in which we, especially on the first viewing, have no clue who any of these characters are and what they're talking about. Everything seems a bit eerie, and we can tell Dr. Heywood Floyd is lying to the people he speaks with about this huge cover-up. We soon learn the extent of the cover-up, a false flag epidemic on the moon, keeping all eyes and visitors away from this finding of theirs. We don't yet know what the reality of this mystery is, but we soon will, after more space travel. I appreciate how long it takes Kubrick to take us to the second monolith. I really hadn't realized this until my most recent viewing, but I believe the point of the extreme length of time wasn't just to show us how difficult space travel may be, but actually to show us how far and how long humanity needed to travel in order to discover this second monolith. And this is important. The monolith is dug deep into the floor of the moon, buried purposefully and made an extreme effort to locate, dig out, and travel to. This is extremely important. This is expertly crafted storytelling and never once explained to the audience. Talk about lack of exposition. This is filmmaking at its absolute finest. We are literally traveling to the monolith in our mind's eye, and it's no simple journey. And what happens when we finally reach Monolith 2? What is the point of Mission to the Moon? The exact same thing the apes did, so too do the humans, being drawn to its sublimity, its flawlessness, its mystery. All that work, all that effort just to touch its majesty. I believe these two sequences make the film 2001 what it is. These two chapters, simple, quiet, and contemplative, take us on a trip back in time to the dawn of man and through to the furthest reaches of our understanding. Space exploration through the solar system in search of mystery and the meaning of life. So what does 2001 have to say about the meaning of life? Life is about living, experience, and evolution. What is the monolith? It doesn't matter. It's whatever it means to you at the time you watch the movie. When I was younger, the monolith was God. As a film student, I saw the monolith as more of a marker between the different stages of man. Not that the monolith was giving us the next stage, but instead a literal bullet point marking the next step in our evolution. Arthur C. Clarke defines the monolith as alien technology, simple and plain. But we're not talking about Arthur C. Clarke here. We're talking about Stanley Kubrick. Today, I view the monolith as Kubrick had intended all those years ago. The monolith is the monolith. No more, no less. A mystery to the apes, a mystery to the astronauts on the moon, a mystery to Dave the Star Child, and a mystery to me. I can place on the monolith any ideas I have, but the point of it was to be mystified. The shining gold glimmer from the briefcase in Pulp Fiction years later would take this very idea and use it in a similar way. Tarantino still says to this day that it doesn't matter what's in the briefcase so long as it matters to the characters. Plot is not important, story is. And story is not plot. 2001 is not about what the monolith is. It's been said that Kubrick had gone back and forth with whether or not to clearly define what the monolith was, or if he should show an alien in physical form. He pondered these ideas for a long time, and in the end, he opted to give us the film we got, utilizing ambiguity to its finest. He made the right choice, because defining the monolith would ruin the film. 2001 is not a space movie. 2001 is a space odyssey. If you enjoyed this essay, do me a huge favor and hit the like button. If you love movies, and more specifically, auteur film directors, why not subscribe? I'm a brand new channel, and I'm working on videos about my favorite movies and directors. Film is my baseball. I love everything about the movies, and I want to talk to you about them. If you want to talk back, just leave me a comment. I respond to every single comment I get because I really do love talking about movies that much. And if you're in the mood for more movie stuff, why not check out this video? This was Film School Dad.